Hey Aries, welcome to Honeybird Tarot. I'm Shan, and this is going to be your general reading for May 16th through May 31st. Okay? And this time I'm going to use two different oracle decks. I'm just going to try to get one card from each. If Spirit wants there to be more messages, then we'll take those. But let's get started. So the first oracle deck I'm going to use is the Adinkra Ancestral Guidance cards by Bresi-Ando, Tools for Living. Okay. Do you have a message for Aries from the ancestors? Aries, please. And everything is pre-shuffled. I just still like to shuffle on screen. Okay. And this is the Okana Oracle. Both of these decks are by Black creators, as well as the Akamara Tarot, which I'm also going to use in this reading. That's that deck and the Okana Oracle are created by the same person. And her name is escaping me right now, but I'll make sure I put that information in the description box. The Okana Oracle really helps us to facilitate our shadow work, if you will, or to get into those areas of our lives that we see as less romantic or less comfortable to deal with sometimes. Okay, so Aries, the two oracle cards you have are Mpwena, which is 5 tufts of hair. And it's a symbol of priestly office, embodiment of lofty duty to a desired goal, and loyalty. It represents a traditional hairstyle of joy that was worn by priestesses. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that this is the same hairstyle that Rihanna wore on the recent Vogue cover that she did, or some variation of this hairstyle. So, Aries, you may be some type of priest or priestess, or you could be moving up to a higher level at your job or in some sort of organization that you are a part of. Or you could just be feeling really joyful. It is a hairstyle of joy. And the card that you got from the Okana Oracle is Harmony. Where there is life, there is always hope. Okay? And let's take a look and see what the guidebook has to say about harmony. Okay. So, where there's life, there's always hope. The shadow element is a struggle with being hopeful and optimistic. Are you a glass half full or glass half empty kind of person? This card suggests that you're currently experiencing a time when your spirit is disharmonious with your surroundings. However, instead of focusing on what you can do to alter your reality, you have lost hope in there ever being a time when you are truly content, happy, and at peace. It suggests that you may have given up. I hope not, Aries. Are you longing for harmony and don't know what to do to grasp it? Your ancestors recognize the dejection manifesting in your heart and are telling you to work with the joys you experience, even if it's as small an act as lighting a nice candle or watching one of your favorite films. Doing this gives you the opportunity to plant a seed of contentment, even if it's the size of a mustard seed, that you can water with other small acts so that it grows into a positive disposition that you can harvest in times where you feel you're being tested emotionally. So the ancestors are telling you to hold on to your hope, Aries. Do not lose hope, even if it seems like you don't have a lot to be hopeful about. It's just a matter of shifting your perspective. And I feel like once you are able to do that, then you'll feel more of the joy that is embodied in this card in Punim. Or maybe you are able to be more joyous because you have been doing the work to cultivate harmony and cultivate joy in yourself by being more mindful and grateful of the even small blessings that you already do have. Okay, so we're going to get into your tarot now. And as I said, this is the Akamara tarot. It's beautiful. Messages for Aries, please, Spirit. I'm not going to take these. Okay. Okay, Aries. So the first card you have is Oniha Calabash, and it would be the Knight of Cups in the traditional tarot. In traditional tarot, the Knight of Cups is, it could be seen as a love offer, but it is an action towards love or an emotional action. And the Knight of Cups is like the knight that has one foot in and one foot out. He's very loving, has a lot of love and emotion to give, but he's not always sure and steady in doing so. And he's like the shaky knight. He's focused on not trying to spill any of his cup of emotion while he's on the way to take it to whoever he plans on presenting it to. In this deck, he is crying, and I feel like that is a visualization of the amount of emotion that this particular knight has, or the amount of emotion that this particular action carries. So Aries, this could be you, or it could be a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who is moving towards you. It could have been that maybe you have a lot of love for someone and you are trying to decide whether or not you are going to express that love or make a love offer. that love could be hurting you, and those tears don't necessarily have to be pain. It could just be something that is emotionally overwhelming. Even if they're good emotions, they can still be overwhelming. All right, and the next card that you have out is the Eight of Cutlass, which would also be the Eight of Swords. And I feel like this is a sense of feeling like you are trapped, especially trapped in your thinking, trapped in your own thoughts and emotions. But you aren't actually trapped. It's just a feeling, just a sense of not being able to uh, decide what your next move is going to be, or not being able to decipher how you may have ended up in a certain situation. So maybe Aries, you're feeling trapped or feeling stuck about whether or not you should present this love offer that you have for someone, or maybe someone presented a love offer to you and it left you maybe stunned, or in a place of not knowing exactly what to do about it, not knowing whether you should accept it. The next card out is Baba Cowrie. This would be the King of Pentacles. This is a very stable, dependable, hardworking, abundant energy. Someone who is very good with their money and earthly possessions. Someone who owns, maybe owns property, could possibly own a business, or even if they don't own a business, someone who is well established in their career. And like I said, who is stable in their finances, or stable in their earthly position, I guess you could say. And if that's not you, this could be energy that is coming in for you. It could be energy that either you're embodying or that someone close to you is embodying. And the next card that you have out is the Six of Calabash. This would be the Six of Cups in the traditional tarot. This could talk about reconciliations. It could be the energy of needing to or wanting to go back and rekindle or re-examine relationships from an earlier time in your life, or either even possibly from a past life. It doesn't always have to be a romantic situation. It could be rekindling relationships with family members or people who were an important part of your life and emotional development early on. But I feel like here with Oniha Calabash, that this is quite possibly a love relationship that's being reflected here. Under the deck, which is could be sometimes an overall energy, which I feel like is overall energy for this spread, and also something that's hidden. You have the Two of Cutlass, or the Two of Swords, and this speaks to having to make a decision. And typically in the traditional tarot, the person who is left to make a decision with the Two of Swords is blindfolded. So it talks about making a decision based on your intuition, making a decision based on what your thoughts and your emotions, what you already know, and things that are inside of you, because you're unable to rely on, what you see in the physical. It may be that, you can't see. You're in a position, where you don't have a lot of information about what is going to happen regarding this decision, or don't have a lot of information to base this decision on in your 3D reality. But inside, you know what to do if you tap into that intuitive knowledge and that emotional knowledge. So overall, it feels like, Aries, either someone has made a love offer to you and it has put you in a position of needing to make a decision, and you feel stuck about that decision. And maybe the decision is about choosing head over heart, choosing finances or stability over love, or, trying to see if this love offer or this love situation meshes well with your physical reality, with your responsibilities, with your finances and things like that. Or it could be reversed, and you're trying to see, trying to gauge whether you are in a good enough financial position or a good enough position in your in earthly matters before making a love offer to someone else. And I feel like if this is a love relationship, then it's someone that you already know. Either you know them from this lifetime as someone you knew when you were younger. It could possibly be someone that you've already dated or had a relationship with before. Or like I said earlier, it could be someone that you know from a past life. And in that case, you might not have already met this person in the 3D in this lifetime, but I feel like when you do meet them, there will be a sense that, you know, there's already closeness there, that this is someone that you are spiritually already connected to, or spiritually, um, uh, spiritually connected to, or that the possibility for connection is strong already when you first meet them. All right, so I'm going to use the Rider-Waite to clarify. I really like in the Six of Calabash card how there is a string tying the people's pinky fingers together. That speaks to that connection that is already there. Is already an existing connection. Someone is very focused on their money and material possessions. The material gain could be your career or children, but whatever it is, whether it's career, children, finances, I feel like the decision needs to be made between that and love, or some plan needs to be devised about how to balance love and emotion with those physical responsibilities, or the earthly possessions, basically. There's a lot of thoughts and a lot of emotions here, so I feel like this is something that you've been contemplating a lot. The sun is here in reverse for Oniha Calabash. Okay. And the sun coming up in reverse, especially in the Rider-Waite, doesn't necessarily mean anything negative. Okay. Is there anything else for Oniha Calabash? Okay. All right, so to clarify Oniha Calabash, or the Knight of Cups, we have the Sun in reverse, the World, and Justice. So I feel like you are happy, or you feel like this love or this emotional offer could bring happiness, but it's the unsureness around it, the uncertainty surrounding it, that has this sun in the reverse. Like, you see the possibility for all this happiness, but you are uncertain about whether it's actually achievable. Maybe you're uncertain about opening up a new cycle with someone, because we did have the Six of Cups here. And then with the World, this talks about graduations and leveling up. So maybe you're considering, whether you should completely end a cycle and start a new one elsewhere, or if you are ending a cycle to go into something new with the same person. I feel like that is what's happening here. And then Justice is here. So maybe you have been wronged, or you've wronged someone else, Aries, and this is what's causing the uncertainty about, whether you are going to move forward with this love offer, whether you're offering it yourself or accepting it. I definitely feel like there's some uncertainty about whether a new cycle is going to begin with someone that you already know, possibly someone you were already in a relationship with. Maybe you've already experienced the sun, or had happy experiences with this person before, and you're just, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Turn this ringer off. I saw it, babe. Okay. All right. I thought I turned it off. Okay, there we go. Sorry. All right. Let's see about this Eight of Cups. Okay. Is there anything else about the Eight of Cups? Okay. All right. So Aries, clarifying the Eight of Cups, that energy of being stuck in your head about something, about whether to make this offer or accept this offer. The first card is the Two of Pentacles. Now, this talks about balancing or juggling. Now, a lot of people automatically take this to mean that, someone is balancing two different relationships. And that is a possibility. I feel like maybe that is why the Justice card is here. If someone is balancing two relationships, I feel like Spirit is calling for someone to make a decision and to bring justice into the situation, having to let one of those relationships go. But if it's not relationships, I feel like someone could possibly, like we said earlier, be balancing love and money, trying to balance an emotional versus a more earthly or possibly money focused decision. So yeah, someone is definitely juggling something. Like I said, it doesn't have to be relationships. The next card out was the Tower. So I feel like this is Spirit saying that if you do not put one of those pentacles down, there will be a Tower moment. It could possibly have already been a Tower moment that is going to knock everything out of your hands. You won't have a choice about what it is you're going to let go, because the Spirit is going to take it all from you. Anything that's not built on a solid foundation will come down. And it's typically not a very enjoyable experience. Sometimes tower moments can be enjoyable. It's just something unexpected that completely shifts your life and causes you to have to build new foundations. So a divorce or breakup, Justice card is here. This can speak of divorces. So it could be a divorce or breakup, but it could also be, winning the lottery could be a tower moment because it's something unexpected that happens and you have to completely shift the foundations of your life. If you win a huge amount of money, life is not the same for you anymore after that. Okay. And then after the tower, you had the hanged man. So gaining a different perspective on something, gaining spiritual enlightenment and being held, being unable to move forward while that is happening. So I feel like this is spirit saying, we see that you're stuck in your head about this decision, Aries, and it's because you are juggling either head and heart, or you're juggling multiple relationships and you're unable to make a choice. So we are going to make that choice for you. And, when we do it, there's not going to be anything you can do about it, but it will give you the new perspective that you need to be able to move forward in the correct way. Anything for Baba Calorie? Ooh. Anything else for Baba Calorie? Okay. So, clarifying Baba Calorie, Aries, you have the Empress and the Eight of Wands. And it's interesting because you're a fire sign, and the only fire cards we have here are the Sun and this Eight of Wands. Everything else has either been about your thoughts and emotions, or about, or has been a major arcana, which means it's something that the universe is in control of. So the only thing here about an action that you need to take or that someone is going to take towards you would be that the Knight of Cups, that love offer. And that's an emotional based action. And this Eight of Wands, which speaks of swift, passionate communication coming in. And this could be messages coming towards you, maybe about this love offer that someone wants to give you, Aries, or this could be you sending those messages out to someone else, once you have decided to make it, once you have made your decision about what it is that you want to do. But Aries, this could be someone seeing you in the energy of the Empress, and you don't have to be female or female identifying to be the Empress. This is just energy. This is the energy of basically having the Midas touch. Everything that you touch turning to gold. Everything around you flourishing, being in a very nurturing, motherly type of energy. In most decks, the Empress is pregnant. I can't tell if she is in this deck because she has this nice moo on. But yeah, there's a sense of fertility, and because it's here clarifying Baba Cowrie, I feel like you are really flourishing in your finances, in your career, possibly even in your home life. And because you're in this energy, it could be that these messages are coming into you, but because of the way that the cards landed, I feel like whoever this is that is flourishing financially or flourishing in their home life is in this really nurturing energy is going to be the one sending the messages of passion out to someone else. So Aries, this very well might be you that has the love offer to make to someone, and you're just in your head about making this offer, and it seems like it's to someone that you already know. Right? That's the Six of Calabash here. Yep. Aries, I definitely feel like you are trying to decide whether your finances are in good enough shape before you before you make this offer of love to someone. Is there anything else about the Six of Calabash spirit? That one jumped. Excuse me. Where did it go? Here we are. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Aries. So clarifying somebody definitely has a love offer to make and possibly even an apology to make to someone too. But clarifying the Six of Calabash, you got first the Ace of Pentacles. So this definitely makes, and this, see, Baba Kauri, or the King of Pentacles, is staring at his Ace of Pentacles, staring at this stability that he has, staring at this new opportunity that he possibly has to offer someone, and clarifying the Six of Calabash, which talks about, being connected to someone from your past. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So I definitely feel, Aries, that this is you deciding to go ahead and offer that stable new beginning, or this opportunity for stability to someone from your past. And then the next card that you have clarifying the Six of Calabash is also a six card, and it is the Lovers. And sixes talk about harmony, which is the card that you got. So maybe we're in a state of giving up or losing hope about a love connection that you are hoping to make, Aries, and Spirit is saying not to do that. You have harmony here 3 times. With the harmony card, with the Six of Calabash, and then with the Lovers. This is a decision about love. That's what the Lovers is. It's making a decision about love. And I feel like it's pretty clear here that you're deciding to go ahead and offer this cup that only how Calabash has to offer that emotional cup. And then the next after the Lovers is the Queen of Cups. And this is the energy of saying, I have this beautiful cup of love here. Look at her cup. I have this like beautifully adorned cup of love, this extra special cup, and I'm trying to decide, whether I want to offer it or whether I'm going to keep it to myself. But being surrounded by all it's surrounded by, I feel, Aries, definitely like you are deciding to go ahead and make that offer. And this could be vice versa or reversed, however, whatever you want to call it. It could be someone making this offer to you and they've just been in their head about it, but I really strongly feel like it's you, Aries, that's making the offer. And under the deck, we have the Page of Cups. This is a message of love. Pages are always messages. So this is a message of love, and it could be also an apology with the Page of Cups, and there's a fish in his cup. So, maybe you are in the energy of wanting to make a simple statement or a simple love offer, but there is going to be more than meets the eye when it comes to that offer. You have much deeper emotions or much deeper feelings towards this person than what you're initially going to let on. But I feel like that is just you being in the same cautious energy or same cautious nature that has you so in your head in the first place about this decision. But overall, Aries, this looks really good. I feel like Spirit is saying to be happy, to have joy, to water that mustard seed of faith to manifest what it is that you want, so that you can turn this sun right side up. I feel like it's in the reverse right now because you're just unsure. And I feel like the uncertainty is around whether you have enough to offer when it comes to finances or stability. But Spirit is saying that you absolutely do. You have Baba Kauri here, you have the Empress here, and you have the Ace of Pentacles here. So I feel like you're just overthinking it. And that it's not necessarily a bad thing. It shows that you care. You want to make sure that you have enough to give and you have enough to offer. And it looks like you do, Aries. Okay? This is very beautiful. I hope it resonates. If it does, let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you back here for your next reading. Actually, if you follow me on Instagram at Honeybird Tarot, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live love reading at 6 p.m. Did we decide on 6 or 7? If you follow me, you'll see a post with the exact time on it. Believe it's going to be at 6 p.m. Yeah, so I will either see you on live or I will see you for your next reading, Aries. Okay? Pelu Ife with love. Bye.